Hey, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. I am so excited to be here. The last 3 days have been absolutely amazing. Amazing. Come on in the room, come on in the room, come on in the room. Hey Shanti, so glad to see you tonight. If you could go ahead and invite someone, share this out. Um, The last 3 days has been amazing. I got up every morning. I get up and get dressed every morning, but I was a part of the Art of Success Summit with David Nagel, and it was off the chain. And I mean, you get up, you show up, you're ready, you are ready. And today, can we say today? Today I made a decision. I cried, and I'm gonna show you some of my pictures. And I know, as I was, it was crazy because I was sitting there and I'm thinking, why are you crying? But when you make a decision that you're afraid, you are excited, you're a lot of things. One thing I wasn't was doubtful, but as I say, and as Joyce Myers, she's the first person that I heard to say it was, do it afraid. And so I was like so scared, but I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was looking for, and I knew that I knew today was going to be the day. You know how you just know that day is going to be the day. I knew today was going to be the day. I knew this week was going to be the week. And so um, I want to challenge you on tonight. We've been doing a lot of challenges, but um, I knew I needed to take off of work. I knew that that particular summit was going to do something for me. It was going to be next level. Was going to be new experience. Was going to be new opportunity, and it was that, and then some. Did you hear me? It was that, and then some. I am super 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 excited. So grateful that I was able to be a part of it, and looking forward to the things that are coming ahead. I made, oh my God. I mean, my head is really just starting to stop hurting in a good way. But I mean, I cried and I cried, and you would think, for some people would think, well, what you crying for? I mean, I cried because it's been a long time coming, and I'm just super excited. And for those that are connected to me, get ready, get ready. It's time. So my question for you is, are you really um, happy? Do you love what you do, or are you basically doing it because you don't think you have a choice? Are you doing it because you think that you don't have an option? But I challenge you to um, look at things differently. I challenge you to look at it in a different light. Yeah, look at it in a different light where you will. Um, I got all this stuff on my arm, but this little band, I've been wearing this band the last 3 days, and this band, it says, um, "What's the truth in this? What is the truth in this?" Thank you all so much for joining. What is the truth in this? So when but not just, I don't know, I was finna get off the topic, but I saw this and I'm like, okay, yeah. But I've been wearing it, I've been putting it on every morning. But I want to challenge you to really think about where you are in life. Whether you are a stay at home mom, whether you are a wife or a husband, whether you are an entrepreneur, a student, a mother, a father, whether you are a business owner, aspiring entrepreneur, whoever you are and whatever you're doing, ask yourself, do you love what you do? Or are you doing what you are doing because you feel like you don't have a choice? You think that you don't have any options. You feel like, that this is the end. And one thing that we like to, it's okay to be hopeful, because when a person lose their hope, because see, when you have hope, you can do anything. But hope is not a strategy. Did you hear me? When you lose your hope, you can't do anything. But as long as you have hope, you can do anything. But hope is not a strategy. You can't just sit and hope that things get better. Hope that the money gonna come. Hope that hope this and hope that. Hoping alone is not gonna change anything. Hoping by itself is like wishing and wanting. So we can't just hope. Hope is not a strategy, but we have to be willing. We have to be ready to say, you know what? I'm going to take action. I am going to take action. It is time for us to stop sitting back, hoping things get better, hoping things, going to work in our favor, and begin to really take action. And when you take that big leap, it may not be easy. And you may be shaking in your boots when you do it. You know, when I first, I don't even know how I got on my bucket list, but I think because I'm afraid of heights to some extent. I can do heights. I'm not afraid to fly or anything like that. But um, I don't know how getting riding a hot air balloon got on my bucket list, but it did. So every time I went out of town, I would look, and sometimes the weather would not permit, if it was too windy and all these other different sorts of things, if it was raining or whatever reason. And so but I kept telling myself, you know what? I said, it don't matter. I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, even if I pee my pants. That was a joke for myself. But the point was, it didn't matter what happened. When I made up in my mind that I was gonna ride a hot air balloon, I didn't care about the cost. When I made up in my mind that I was gonna ride a hot air balloon, I did not care about, if I was going to be afraid. I had made up in my mind that I was going to do it. And so I was like, if I don't care if I pee my pants, I'm doing it. But when I did it, one, I didn't pee my pants. But when I did it, and I have a sister that's a little crazy too, so nobody else in the family wanted to do it, but it was pretty good because it was to take one ride, it was expensive. So I'm glad my kids didn't want to do it, because I think for the two of us, it was a sunrise ride we did in Nashville, Tennessee. I think it was a little over $500. I mean, it was just for a few minutes. It wasn't like you was out there all day. And actually, it was probably I don't know, maybe 2 hours or something. I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours or something. I don't remember. But anyway, the point is, I was afraid. I thought I was going to be really afraid. I had, told myself, no matter how scary it is, no matter this and that. But when I got up there, and so I tell myself, all you got to do is have 20 seconds of brave. That's all you need. No matter what you are afraid of, if you just have 20 seconds of brave, after you get over the 20 seconds, you're good. You're good. So as we watch the whole process, and as they call the hot air balloon, they call it an envelope. So they take this big fan and blow the envelope. And this is the crazy part. I had never been around a hot air balloon. I had only seen them on TV. I had never known anybody that looked like me that had rode one. So it wasn't something that I saw somebody do and I wanted to do what they did. Again, I don't know how, why, or even when it got on my bucket list, but it did. So I said, okay. When we watched the whole process as they blowed up the envelope, and you would just be amazed how big one of those things really is, and the process that they did to blow it up. They blew it up with like a big shot fan, and you're like, wow. And so the basket on it, they had to take a two-step ladder for you to get over in the basket. So I had this idea. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how big the basket was. I had no idea. I'm thinking I'm gonna be up in this hot air balloon, sitting down, not knowing that you're standing up the whole time. It's only a certain amount of weight. It's only a certain amount of people, and all these different sorts of types of things that can be up in there. And I happen to be on the side with the pallet, and so and then it's just what it say. The hot air is what keeps the balloon in the air. And when we landed on a golf course. Can you imagine? You know how golfers are. You interrupt their game. But anyway, we landed on a golf course. But I said all that to say this. I started doing a Facebook Live in the air. And the only reason I cut it off because when you turn the air on and off, the hot air on and off is so loud and you really couldn't hear. And but as soon as we got in the basket and it began to come off the ground, it was so smooth and you didn't even realize that you was off the ground. It was just constantly going up and then it was moving over and then you kept going up. It was beautiful. I was amazed. I was not afraid. I was amazed that I did it. And that is the feeling that I felt on today. I cried. I wanted to do it. And you know what? I made a decision that is going to be life changing. Super excited about that. So, my question for you is, do you really love what you do, or are you doing the things that you're doing because you feel like you don't have an option? You don't have a choice. You feel like that in the midst of COVID, that there's no opportunities. But I come to challenge you. There are great things happening even in the midst of other things. But I want to challenge you. Don't focus on the things that are going on. Don't focus on the reason the things that has happened is looking like it's so close because you're magnifying it. You're thinking about it every day. You're talking about it every day. But we want to focus our attention on our vision, on our goals, on our desires. We want to focus our attention in the direction that we are going. You know, you can have a crash if you're moving forward, but you're looking back. Did you hear me? You can have a crash moving forward, but looking back. We have to have our focus in the direction in which we're traveling. We're not doing anything in our past. We can't do nothing with that pain. The pain that we encounter, the past that we experienced, guess what? It can keep on playing itself over and over and over again and do nothing for us. It can continue to hurt us. It can continue to make us sad and angry and feel like we have, lost all hope. It can do those things to us. But we can make a decision not to say we overlook our past and forget our past. We can't forget our past because, see, our past is really what draws our path for our future. You know, we have the cliche that says that what don't kill us is it make us stronger. That is so true. Because see, when it don't kill us, we've learned something. When it don't kill us, we learn what not to do. We learn which ways to go. Sometimes even when people that we say is our friend and they hurt us, don't let that take you out. Don't let that make you feel like you can never be a friend again. Don't let a relationship that didn't work because somebody didn't appreciate your value and now you all bitter and you want us to call you moral because you're mad with the world. You feel like you've lost your husband and you've lost your kids and now God done took everything from you and you don't have nothing to live for. That is a lie. Because you know what? We're not living for each other. We was created for him. And if you're still here, you still have a work to do. Your life didn't end because something happened, a circumstance, a situation that was unfavorable, undesirable, unplanned for. But you know what? We have to pick ourselves up and say that, what is the gift in this? What's the lesson in this? What can I learn from this? Because see, when we don't learn anything, it's just like in school. When we didn't learn anything, they called that failure. They called that zeros and D's and F's. They call that retention. They retain you when you didn't learn anything. So we have to make sure we take the lesson and leave the pain. See, a lot of us, we want to take the pain and leave the lesson. And when we leave the lesson, we find ourselves having to repeat those courses over again. We having to repeat those classes over again. We find ourselves repeating those relationships over again. Different body, different name, different person, different woman, different man, different job, different church. But when nothing changed and we didn't learn any lesson, we fail. We fail. So what we think that when we go from one place to another, when we feel like, hey, this right here was really cool. I know I'm all off target, but anyway, this was really cool today. We had these today, you know, these little emojis. And we also had, huh? Give me a thumbs up if you just say, I get it. I get it. If you get what I'm saying, say you get it. Y'all are quiet. If you get it, let me know you get it. And if you don't, be like, huh? Girl, what are you talking about? But I just looked over there and saw those and thought that was cute. But anyway, when we don't pass the test, we have to retake it. When we don't pass the exam, we have to retake it. When we don't pass, sometimes we have to have somebody looking over our shoulder and feel like, okay, we need to have observation because she didn't pass. And sometimes, all the time, when you don't pass, it's not because you don't know. Sometimes you don't pass because you're not paying attention. Yes, I get it. Thank you so much, Rabian. Sometimes we don't pass because we're not paying attention. If we was just to focus our attention, we get it. If we was to focus our attention, we can learn it. We can obtain it. We can say that we know that we know that we know. But sometimes our attention is divided. Sometimes it's divided. And when it's divided, you're getting a little bit over here and you're getting a little bit over here. And see, sometimes, we say we're multitaskers and I'm bad at it. I'm doing this and I'm doing it, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But I find that as I get older and as my workload get a little heavier and the things that I'm doing is becoming a little bit more important, sometimes you think you're multitasking and you're jacking some stuff up, even though you may be the one that catch it. But sometimes we can overlook things when we are multitasking. So my challenge for you to tonight is, find you one or two things that you're going to focus on. Stop just, doing things just to say you're doing it and actually love doing it. And if you don't love doing it, change it. If you do not love doing it, change it. Yes, it is very true. We as women, especially, because men are not, they don't do too much multitasking. Some of them, but a lot of them don't. Because, see, men are compartmentalized. When they're watching TV, they can't hear nothing. When if they're doing something, you have some men when they're working, they don't hear you, but you got to know them. When you know them and you feel like it's not that they don't care, it's not that they don't love me, it's not that they don't have time. They just don't have time for me now. When they are busy, they are tunnel vision. They're working on what they're working on. And see, women, we're like spaghetti. We're all together. We can talk on the phone and we can help the kids and we can cook and we doing all different sorts of types of things all at the same time. But sometimes, depending on the task, we can get some stuff mixed up. We can overlook some stuff. We can forget some stuff. We can get some stuff wrong. But we wear so many hats. So many hats. If you start rambling off the things that you have to do, being a mother, a business owner, a employee, being a daughter, a friend, being a church member, being a this and that, and your list just keep on going on and on. You know, we say we boss chicks and we all this and that and we're that and the other. Sometimes it can be, it can get to be so big. But I challenge you. I challenge you to focus. Focus where you don't have to keep repeating the same thing. It's okay. And this, I want to help you. This is a tip. Write this down if you got pencil and paper or if you're putting it in your head mentally or whatever. Sometimes when we have the gift to do multiple things, we think we're supposed to do all of them. But see, sometimes even knowing how to do a thing, that's not the best use of your time. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes just because we know how to do a lot of things, that's not the best use of your time. It's good to know and not do. But it's not good to know and can't do. But sometimes, see, you may know how to change the oil in your car. But while you changing the oil in your car, you can be doing something else that can be, more productive, more value added, more impactful, making more money, helping more people or whatever. Not to say that there's something wrong with that, because that is necessary. Oil changes are necessary, because if you don't get your oil change, and you may not do it at 3,000 and you may not do it at 6,000. I don't know what your interval is, but if you don't do it, you can lock your motor up. So it's not a thing that you say you got an option where I'm not going to change mine. At some point, I don't care what you drive, you need to change it. Depending on how often you drive, you need to change it. And depending on what you're driving, that kind of gets with your frequency. And they like to tell you that it's 3,000 miles or every 3 months. And you be the judge, because that's not necessarily true. But you have to change it. So that's an important task. So we don't want to minimize the task. But it may not be the best task for you. Listen. That may not be the best task for you. So we think because we know how to do it that we got to do it. No, that's why you have to delegate. See, that's why a lot of us are not moving along in life, because we are afraid to let somebody do something for us because they don't do it like us. Oh, y'all not going to talk to me tonight. Look, this is Transparent Thursday. I'm full and I'm just going to give you a little bit. I'm not going to be on here long. But a lot of times we are behind. Why? Because we don't trust people to do stuff. Because what we say, oh, they don't do it like I do it. You know what? I think some of us are afraid they may do it better than we do it. But it's not a competition on how good they can do it. You don't have to know everything, but if you have the resources, listen, if you have the resources, you can pay somebody else to do it. You can pay somebody else to do it. That don't make you be lazy. That doesn't make you be trifling. That doesn't make it not important. That makes it not the best use of your time. Somebody else may love doing it. They may be better at you doing it. They may be great at doing it, and you just be good. Be happy with that. I don't have to be a 10. I can be a good 7 and love life. See, we think that we got to be perfect. We think that we got to be flawless and that we got to be on fleek and we can't make no mistakes. But I want to help you. Be human. Be you. Because being human, you have to know that you may make a mistake. Forgive yourself for it and keep it moving. Don't stay stuck in that. Don't stay stagnant in that. You have to say, you know what? Today was a great day. Anyway, be at peace with yourself, regardless to what the day brought, regardless to if you, what they say on the level of pass and fail. And that's according to who? Because see, in school, how they determine what you know, which may not even be what you know, it may be what you did that day. How many tests have you taken where you didn't read and you thought that you can just skim by it? How many tests that you took in school that you thought the grade wasn't important, but you didn't realize the test was your placement? So you figure, okay, I'm just going to mark something and I'm just going to get finished with it. I'm not going to read this stuff. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. And then when the end result comes, you didn't get into the advanced class. You was in another class because you know, but in the end, you know, you didn't put your best foot forward when you took that test. And when you realize that it was impactful, when you realize it made a difference in your placement the next time, that's why it said it's amazing how big of an increase you had on it. And then they give you a certificate because they said the second time you did it, you had the most improvement in that subject. But you knew what you knew when you took it the first time, but you didn't take it seriously. Oh, y'all not going to talk to me today. You're not going to talk to me today. You didn't take it serious. So you figure I'm just going to play around with this. I'm just, I'm going to rush through this. I'm just going to hurry up with this. And that's the way we do life sometimes. We feel like I got to do this and I got to do this. I got to be a great mom, a great wife. I got to be a great cook. I got to be a great teacher. I got to be a great this and a good this. And I got to do this, then that. No. You prioritize the top 2 or 3 things that's gonna get you more bang for your buck, and then those other things, let somebody else live their dream. It's crazy. We think that we got to be everything to everybody and do everything. And if we don't do everything, the enemy will try to make you feel guilty, to tell you, oh, you're a bad mom because you're not spending all this time with your kids and you're not allowing them to be in everything. And where did that judgment come from? I got to look at my band. What's the truth in this? Huh? What is the truth in it? That's a lie. We have been living on lies, and we have allowed lies to stop us. What is the truth in that? That doesn't make you be a bad mom because you want to have a business. A lot of mothers, now I don't know about y'all mamas today, but a lot of mothers, they did that because they had kids. They said, when the kids grow up and, and now the way health issues are rising and this and that, you fool around and wait till tomorrow to do something and it may be too late. We got to stop procrastinating, putting off today for tomorrow, because the only time that we have is right now. You don't know if you're going to wake up in the morning. You got to take what you can get right now. You got to run with what you can run with right now. What we say? Oh, if it come up again, let me know. I was so amazed. There's so many people that I got the response, and I'm not trying to call nobody out, because you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. But the first response that we have when something come up is, when you going to do it again? Instead of us having a mindset to say, you know what, I don't care what I got to do, I'm going to be a part of this. And this is like, when I decided to be a part of this summit, I said, you know what, if I'm off work, I can be present. If I'm not off, I can be divided. I didn't want to be divided. I wanted to be present. I wanted to get all that I could get. I made a, oh my God, decision today. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. And I'm so grateful for the people that has worked with me thus far, because if you didn't catch me then, if you didn't catch me then, you might not catch up with me. I'm just telling you. I am so serious. It is time for us to recognize that now is the only time that we have. Don't wait. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for everything to be perfect. It haven't been perfect in the past. You're waiting for everything. And have you noticed how when you decide that you're going to do something, everything else come up? Everything else come up. Now you got an unexpected bill. You got to do this, and now everybody is pulling at your attention. Have you ever thought? Have you ever taken any time to just evaluate that thing, to say, why is this happening now? How many times people call you when no calls was being made? You say, let me get in the word. I'm gonna read a little bit. Everybody want everything, but you know what you have to start doing? Shutting it down, baby. You have to shut it down. Today, thank you, Holy Spirit. Today, I was in the midst. I was in the zone. The training was going really good. Somebody beating on my door, beating. Kids hollering, somebody at the door. And I'm thinking, I know don't nobody come here. One. Don't nobody got no, so, excuse me. So I go to the door. I didn't go to the door. They said he knocking on, the person was knocking on the side door. So I went to the front door and I saw the vehicle or whatever outside. I'm thinking, I don't have time for that. I came back in here and sit down. Now, what I could have did was open the door, been distracted by something that I know, because I didn't need him. He was needing something. And I knew it wasn't about, but a lot of times we would get off track. These comments are not moving up. We will get off track. I see comments now. So I can't look at these comments and look over here and then they're not moving up. But anyway, we will get off track. You on your way somewhere. You got to stop getting distracted when people stop you, because you were not, when you left there, you weren't going to meet them. Think about it. Think about the woman with the issue of blood. Jesus didn't go find her because she was sick. And she had been sick for a long time. She had spent all her money. She had went to this person and that place and this doctor. She had spent her life savings and all this. He didn't go look for her. She happened to pass by where he was. But how many of us get off a track because we feel like somebody calling us, somebody need us? The world is not going to stop turning. You know what the world going to do for me when I leave here? Is going to keep on moving. So why is it that you are so distracted by what the world is doing when you got a work to do? And you keep getting off track. You keep thinking that it's going to get better when you have enough money, when you have a little bit more time, when the kids get a little bigger, when the husband is gone, when the wife is not there. She did. She pressed her way. She wouldn't found him. We sitting back waiting for something to fall up out the sky. We sitting back waiting for something to happen. You got to make some stuff happen when you don't even know how it's going to come to pass. But you know what? You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know every step. You don't have to know how a thing is going to happen. But what you got to do is, press, push, persevere. You got to be determined to say, you know what, I'm doing this thing, but I don't even like this. I don't like this. I'm going to do what I love. And I am going to love what I do. This is good to me. This is so good to me. This is so good to me. And I don't know about you, but what I challenge you to do tonight is choose two things that you're going to focus on and do it. As we said in the training today, be your word. Stop telling yourself things that you're not doing. Because see, your brain don't have sense enough to know that it's your voice. When you keep on telling yourself that you're going to do stuff and you're not doing it, your brain just begin to look at it as a lie. Don't matter if it's a lie from you. And you begin not to trust yourself. You begin to beat yourself up and say, I don't never finish nothing. I'm not good enough. I'm not this and I'm not that. That's a lie. You got to ask yourself, what is what is the truth in this? What's the truth in this? You can do it. You can be it. And yes, you can have it. It doesn't matter about what has happened in your past. It doesn't matter what decisions you made in your past, what mistakes you made in your past. You know, as long as you're still here, still opportunity for you to like what you do. Not just like it, but love it. Love it. Don't just do it to say you're doing something. In the last couple of weeks, I've been, I do financial services. And in the last couple of weeks, I've been, I'm now licensed in 5 states. In the state of New York, in the state of New Jersey, the state of South Carolina, the state of Texas, and the state of Arkansas. Helping individuals get their right, get their life right, get their mind right, get their protection right, get their investments right, get their stuff right. So we have to say, you know what? My mind is made up. My mind is made up. I am now on the right path. I am now making decisions, not just gonna take me a little farther, but I'm talking quantum leaps. I'm talking about big moves. We got to stop taking baby steps. We got to stop thinking small. We got to stop being complacent. We got to stop settling for things that we don't want. Doing stuff just because we are afraid of what somebody gonna say. We're afraid they're gonna talk about us. They're gonna do that anyway. We're afraid they're not gonna like us. Some people are gonna do that anyway. Are you doing what you love? Or are you just doing it? Do you really like it? I'm talking about really like it. And if you had to put what you're doing compared to something else, would you be doing something else? That's a good way to look at it. Because see, a lot of times when we figure, well, I haven't really thought about it. I can hear you. I hear you through this live. Some of you all has not even really thought about how miserable you are doing the thing that you don't like, doing the thing that you dread. But you figure it's in the midst of a pandemic. Ain't nothing happening. Nobody's hiring. Do you know how many people need people? People, they still need people. They need people. They need you. They need the gift that you have. They need the fire that you bring. Yes, it's really something to think about. Because, Rabian, a lot of times the things that we do is not a part of our purpose. It's stuff that we stumbled up on. A lot of times we're in jobs just because that's who hired us. Somebody said they was hiring and we went stumbling over there and we fumbled up on the job. That's not part of our purpose. It put food on the table. But do you know, if we was walking in purpose, how impactful we can be, how many lives we can change, and how much more money we can make? Because see, it's not about the money. When we really think about it, it's not about the money. It's about who we can serve. And when you serve, when we come from a point of service, the money it'll come. When we come from a point of solving a problem, fixing a need, being the solution to somebody else's pain and agony, the money will come. Yes, I was talking to the pastor's wife about this today. My. It'll come. It got to be your passion. Because see, when it's your passion, you will do it and it don't even feel like work. See, this right here, this is not hard for me. This is my passion. This has always been my passion. It was my passion as a little girl. It was my passion as a teenager. My passion in my 20s. My passion in my 30s. And it is yet my passion in my 40s. Yes, that's my thing. Like, who can I help along the way? This day. Yes. We got to know. See, we bring it in a different way. My girl Belinda on here, she bring her service to the world through the messages of her t-shirts. I see that stuff. I'm like, yes, count me in. I need that one. Yes, count me in. I need that one. I don't even think, I haven't bought, sometimes I may buy a t-shirt somewhere else to support. But ever since I came into contact with her and her anointed hands, and I just love her customer service. I love it. Good customer service, it goes a long ways. I love her handwritten cards, and I know she didn't even know I was going to call out. I didn't know I was going to call out. I don't know why I'm going there, but I needed to. But anyway, but if you have, but she served by her messages. And they come from the heart. You can feel it. I sleep in my t-shirts. I wear my t-shirts. Now the last couple of days, I'm going to a summit. I got up and I got dressed. But usually I'm sitting behind a computer screen, don't have to get out. I put on a wrinkled t-shirt and don't be bothered by what you think about it. Even when I get on alive. And thank you, love what I do. Yes, you can tell that you love it. But what I was about to say, somebody may be looking, her t-shirts is wrinkled. I have put them on purpose. I got to earn, I could earn. But that is the thing. We want everything to be perfect for people to have something else to talk about. Because when you begin to be too perfect, they still talking about you because you think you're too much. But you would allow not being perfect and your shirt not being ironed stop you from being live. Because this ain't right and that ain't right and this ain't right. I didn't care. I go live in the bathroom. When you see that background with that leopard, I be standing up in the bathroom. I go live in my car. I don't have to have a setup like this one behind me to have a message. See, we get it all mixed up because we thinking that it's about our surroundings. It's not about my surroundings. It's about what you can do with what I say. That's what it's about. But see, we think we got to have a perfect setup. Do you know your setup can be perfect, but if you're not saying anything, it don't matter. But if you can help me, I don't care about your website. Because see, we have web designers. You can have a beautiful website and can't produce nothing. You're a natural blessing for God's people that are starving for his word. Thank you for what you do and what God does through you, Coach. Love you. Stay encouraged. Thank you so much. I appreciate your continuous support. Thank you for your kind words. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. And you can't be bothered when you're walking in your gift. I know even with our missionary Trotter, she have a gift for poetry. She have the gift of poetry and a supportive gift. Do whatever she can. A gift of poetry. And when we have to use our gift, I'm not a poetry. I'm a poetry. I don't do poetry. I write. I'm a writer, but I don't do poetry. I've written songs. Now, I wrote a poem on my grandmother's obituary, but that's not what I do every day. You're welcome. We have to know that we're different, but being different is not bad. We spend so much time thinking that we got to be like somebody. You don't have to be like anybody. Be you. Be you. Be known for being you. Being you and be in peace. I will be a terrible you, but I'm a great me. I may not talk like everybody else, look like everybody else, act like everybody else, but you know what? I wasn't created to, and neither were you. So stop being so focused on you having to do what everybody else think that you should be doing. And you got to do it the way they want you to do it. Be you. I'm uniquely me. And I do it the way that he give it to me. It may not be up to your standard. May not do it the way you want me to do it, but it's not going to stop me from doing what he told me. I'm excited. This is just the beginning of many things. And I hope that you will really think about, where do you want to be in life? What is it that you want to do in life? Where is it that you want to go? What is it that you want to have? And you do not have to settle for what you have. The only reason you're settling because you don't think that you can do something different, better. You don't think it's possible. Somebody said, it's too late. I'm too old. I'm not educated enough. I'm not just, that's a lie. You got to ask yourself, what's the truth in this? What's the truth in it? Truth is, you was made in his image. Truth is, you came from abundance. Truth is, you have gifts, girl. You got gifts, guy. You have the goods. That's the truth. You have allowed somebody to shut your truth down because one person didn't like it. Doesn't make you be a bad person because one person don't like you. Be you. Ask yourself, what's the truth in it? What is the truth into that lie? Ask yourself. So, I hope I've said something to make you at least think about what you're doing. And ask yourself, do I love it? Or am I just doing it? Create what's new that's within you. I love it. Look, y'all, it's been amazing. I got pictures I'm going to put up here in a minute. I've been busy because I had to go do a little work. Yes, I had to do a little work after that. I think I may, I'm going to have to put this thing with my watch every day. I absolutely love it. What is the truth? What's the truth in it? Think about that question tonight. Think about it when you get ready to go to sleep. Think about it when you wake up in the morning. What's the truth in it? I have some stuff that's coming up. I'm excited. So I pray that you all have a great day. Share this out. Look, if you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I'm known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence. Stop procrastinating and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. I pray that you all have an amazing day. And look, I know I don't put my post out every morning anymore. I've been stopped putting it out. But I do prayer every morning, 5:30 to 5:45, 7 days a week. That number, if you want to join, is let me look it up if I won't give you the wrong number. I dial it every morning, but anyway, that number is we're on there every morning, 5:30 to 5:45, and that number is oh no, stop. That number is 712-770-5505. Matter of fact, let me just put it in the chat. Oops, what I do? What I do? What I do? Let me put myself back on the screen and get over here where I need to be. So, prayer every morning, 7 days a week, every morning, 5:30 a.m. to um 5:45 a.m. and that is Central Standard Time, and that's every morning. That number is 712. Oh, come on. 712 770-5505, and the access code is, I didn't mean to put all that in cap. Access code is 156225. Bam. So every morning, 7 days a week, we get up and we pray from 5:30 to 5:45. You don't have to say anything. Just come on and mute yourself out, so it won't be a lot of noise and distraction. Mute yourself out. Get your prayer in for the day. Read your word. Do your meditation, devotion, visualization, all those different things, affirmations, and let's get it done. We're going to make 2020, even with all the things that are going on in the midst of a pandemic, COVID-19, and all these different sorts of types of things, 2020 is still going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. God bless you, and I pray that you have an amazing night. Thank you all for joining. Good night. Are you okay,